it's not just somebody's job, it's not somebody else do it, but all of us need to roll up our sleeves, from our citizens to our parents, to our students, to our teachers, to our business leaders. And working together, we cannot help but to be a winning team. And I would only hope that this charter school, in a sense, will be the start of the same kinds of relationships and collaboration in our other schools, so that all kids, regardless of whether they're part of Quest or just a part of the District and 50, can have the same kind of support, because it takes that. It takes dedicated teachers, dedicated administrators like you, but it takes a dedicated community, starting with the parent and the student and all the others in the community working together. And it seems as if you've developed that real positive relationship. And I'm so pleased that you're pleased with it, and I hope that success creates success and it builds on success. And I think that we're going to be proud of what Peoria has started in terms of the charter school, and I'm quite certain we can take many of those educational practices and relationships and involve them and include them in our other schools, and our whole community will benefit from that. Anything else that you want to add that might be of interest to our community regarding the school?
We start working on planning for next year, and we do still need their support. We are going to share our school success stories with the community, preparing special newsletter edition, and also our enrollment process for next year is about to start. So we are going to keep this communication with our community, and we would like to have them in our school come visit us. We are going to also announce the open house dates, that they can come visit us, see our classrooms, teachers, meet with our teachers, and even with the parents, and kind of get to know what's going on in the charter school, and see what is another opportunity for their child right in front of them, as charter schools are an alternative option for the parents of District 150.
Well, in a sense, it kind of sounds like a school with no walls, that you are not a block building, but that you are a building that's available to the community, and particularly for the students that are there. Does your school have any kind of a mascot or anything? Like,
yes,
are you a panther or an elephant?
Gators.
You're Gators.
Gators,
okay.
Quest Gators, yes.
All right then. Well, I am so glad that you were chosen, because you seem to come with the experience that's necessary and the dedication that's necessary to our community, but most important to our students. And with your leadership and with the support of your staff and the district and the community, we will be winning Gators. And we will not only achieve what we want to achieve here in Peoria, but we'll be a lighthouse here in the state of Illinois. As the old saying says, if it plays in Peoria, it can play anywhere, and I'm so glad that we have an opportunity to establish another footprint in the history of our city and in our state. And I'm so glad that you have come by to give us an update and share your enthusiasm and what you feel has been a very positive and remarkable development in terms of something that to many of us we didn't know. We'd heard about charter schools because nationally charter schools have been around for quite a while, haven't they? And
yes, it's about 20 years.
About 20 years.
Yes.
Okay, so we're a little late to get on the stage, but it sounds like we're on the stage and are performing well on the stage. And I've not yet had a chance to come by and visit and see, but I promise you that I'm going to stick my head in, and I encourage all of my friends and all of the viewers to become a part of District 150 in your own school if you're not a part of Quest, but become a part of our collaborative effort in terms of sharing your talents, your skill, and your time, so that our community of which we're often blasted as far as District 150, not doing this, not doing that, but there's some remarkable things happening.
Exactly.
And you certainly represent a remarkable new educational effort in our community. And I want to applaud you. I want to applaud your staff.
Thank you.
And the accomplishments that are being made by the students and their attendance and the participation of the parents of those students, because it takes all of us working together to really achieve success. And I want to thank you again for sharing and giving an update. I want to invite you to come back anytime that you feel you have some more news to share with us. And I'm certain you're going to have a wild application process in terms of after tonight's show. A lot of people are going to be applying who may not have applied the first time, but we had a real good turnout even for the first year. But now that people can actually see and hear what you have to say, there'll be no doubt about trying to get their kid in terms of an application and so forth. Again, how would a viewer or listener, what grade level will you be ascertaining as far as applications, and when will the process begin, and how can a parent who is interested, where do they go or who do they contact?
Our application process is going to start beginning of February.
Okay.
We are going to mail our applications to all District 150 parents. We are going to get their addresses from the district, and they will all get the application form in the mail. Also, they may apply through our website. It's www.questpeoria.org. So that's the second option, apply online. And also with the application form, they are going to see the dates for the applications and open house dates. I encourage our prospective parents and students to come visit us and see what's going on in the charter school and clear their questions in their mind before they apply to our school.
Well, again, I want to thank you for sharing your views and your leadership with our community. And I want those of you who have watched tonight to take advantage of some of the things that are now being offered throughout our District 150 school district. And we will be working in collaboration with District 150 as far as future shows in terms of what they are calling remarkable times. And I want to thank Dr. Lathan and the school district as well as Mr. Bragg and PCCEO in developing a collaborative relationship so that in the future we will be able to continue to share some of the positive, remarkable things that are going on in District 150. We need your support. We ask your support. And we promise your kids will be in good hands. This is Andre Bohannon again saying thank you, God bless you, and good night.
But as he discovered, there were tremendous tactical flaws in his endeavor to end racism by focusing only on race. His experience in Chicago proved to be what Michael Eric Dyson called a successful failure, because he and his staff were forced to generate fresh strategies to cope with the harsh realities they unexpectedly met. King was violently dismissed by working class and lower middle class whites who saw the city's growing black population as an economic threat and as competition. Northern society charted a geography of racial separatism informed by codes and unwritten rules. There was no need to name black and white water fountains, restaurants, or department stores in Chicago. The different communities that made up the city's population, as in Peoria and Bloomington and Cleveland and Detroit, just to name a few, operated along invisible racial lines that marked safe and dangerous territories. The threat of white violence and at times black retaliation was and is deeply etched in the psychic map of the residents of these cities. Such fears police social contact much more efficiently and effectively than ever a racist sheriff or a city council member's regulation. The North typography of racial domination revealed huge barriers in King's campaign. King saw that the struggle to free Northern blacks, that King saw that in the struggle to free Northern blacks, race mattered, but class mattered more. By 1964, King had already reached the conclusion that blacks faced what he called basic social and economic problems that required political reform. But the vicious nature of ghetto poverty convinced King that the best hope for America was a redistribution of wealth. In 1967, his presidential address to the SCLC, King urged his colleagues to fight the problems of the ghetto by organizing their economic and political power. He declared that from the old plantations in the South to the newer ghettos in the North, the Negro have been confined to a life of voicelessness and powerlessness. The antidote, he said, was to acquire power that would give the Negro the strength required to bring about social, political, and economic change. King urged his organization to develop a program that would compel the nation to have a guaranteed annual income, full employment, and thus abolish poverty.